So Embarkation Day on Disney Cruise Line, what will usually happen is obviously the counter service places are open and also buffet, but you can also do one of the table service restaurants will be open for food service. And so in this case, Tiana's place is open. What you do is you just walk up, there might be a wait, they'll seat you, and then it's table service with a special menu with some things that'll be different and some things that are the same. But for example, it's 1923 on the Wish. I forget what it was on the other ships we did, the Dream and the Fantasy. I can't even remember. I think it was whatever was in the place that 1923 was, those princess restaurants. I recommend this because unless you have the earliest boarding time, it gets real crazy up there with the counter service places. So I recommend coming here, your own table, some privacy, sit and relax. You've probably traveled, you've been through the boarding process already. It's like we're in a riverboat, right? Which is great. It's very ornate, big gold chandeliers, beautiful lighting, a lot of very cool artwork on the walls. It's very pretty in here. My favorite thing though, which I think maybe we've shown already, maybe we haven't, is the lily pad centerpiece with the bread. So the lily is on the pad. How great is that? And of course in typical, well, this isn't custom plating, but it matches the drip plating, but also like every other Disney Cruise Line restaurant, there is a table marker with something special on, in this case Tiana and kissing Prince Naveen in frog form. So while I was talking, food arrived. You have beef empanadas. Show yours. Yours is already, it's right there. You might as well. All these are custom plates. These are actually custom. Look at that. Wow. But you got the beef empanada, which was highly recommended, and I got smoked salmon. But I can't even look at the food because I'm so enamored with the plate. I did not expect that after these were just... Actually, I guess this is kind of the end credits of the film, the water drop. So maybe these are all custom. But there's Naveen as a frog and the lily, and that is super cute. So first course was good. The empanada was fine. I wasn't blown away with it. The first thing we have to get out of the way this cruise is people rant and rave about the cruise line food. I've never been blown away other than Remy and Enchante and Palo, the upcharge meals. Other than that, I always think everything's typically just fine, and every once in a while you'll find something that's very good, but I'm never like as wowed as I am by when we do table service at any of the Disney parks or resorts around the world. But your empanada was fine, it was passable. There's nothing wrong with the salmon. The Dijon mustard was a nice accompaniment. It was a good start. I mean, the thing about cruises, people expect quantity, and I don't know that they necessarily expect quality. And so we're going to eat a lot, but not necessarily all of it's going to be amazing. So we'll see how things go the rest of this one. All right, next up we got some soups. We got the seafood and chicken gumbo. I tried to order things that were thematic to Tiana's place. So I ordered all the New Orleans-ish dishes. I love after I say something, I always get spited immediately. This happens to be very good. It's really spicy. It's got really spicy is strong, but it's for Disney, it's spicy. It tastes pretty authentic. The chicken is good enough quality. So is the seafood. It's a little fishy, but not overly. This is a really solid soup, and it comes with the tiny cornbread. Not the freshest cornbread I've ever had, but it's good. It's good for prepackaged. And you got the other one, which is the leek and potato soup with soda bread. Soda bread, going back to my Irish roots. There's one thing my ancestors knew, it was food. I'm joking, Irish food's terrible. At least my Italian side canceled it out. Definitely, the leek flavor is very forward and very strong, extraordinarily potent. It's a little salty. It's good though. I wouldn't tell someone not to get that. And try a little soda bread. It's not like soda bread to be dry. I'm joking, it is always very dry. It might be nice to dip that in there. You can try that, but I made a mess of the table. The soups are solid. I would pick the gumbo over the leek though. All right, our entrees are here. You have the Penette Pasta, which is going to be with tomato, basil, Provençal sauce, goat cheese, and a spinach pesto on it. And I have again, I went for the New Orleans style dish, the Muffuletta Sandwich, which is olive salad, Genoa salami, mozzarella, provolone on a muffuletta bread served with a side of chips. Or mortadella, as the Americans would say. Mozzarella! All right. I do have, indeed, these are about 8 potato chips. They're kind of soggy. I do have that excellent Dijon again, though. I suppose I got to get that on the sandwich somehow. I don't know if you're supposed to pick this up because the way it's presented, probably not. The cheese is real overpowering. I maybe would put 2 to 3 less slices of the cheese. And you see they put a ton, which can't complain. You can certainly take a couple off. But the distribution, it just overpowers the meat. You do get that saltiness on the back end. So you mostly get the cheese and then just some saltiness at the end. The bread is fine. I'm not getting a whole lot from it, but it's soft. It's all right. I wouldn't order this again. I think it could certainly benefit from this. Spice it up a little bit, but maybe not the thing you want to get here. May I try your pasta? Give the Italian guy your pasta on a cruise. What can go wrong? All right. It's good. The pasta is cooked correctly. It's not too hard, not too soft. The sauce is not offensive, to me at least. It kind of tastes a little bit like my mother's sauce. In all the theme park, quote unquote, theme park pasta I've had to review in 16 years, this is top 5. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like, oh, I have to have it. You might be though. If I'm that positive, you might have that and be like, oh my God, I love this. Wow. I can't believe that's that edible. I'm in shock. In shock. But bon appetit then. This is the Welcome Aboard Sundae. The reason we got this, I feel like Sundaes are a ubiquitous thing. When Eric and I went to review The Wish, my second cruise on The Wish last year, all Eric got was Sundaes, and I noticed it's all everyone else gets. It seems to just be a thing. People just want to eat ice cream on a cruise. So this one is vanilla bean ice cream with pecan caramel cupcake bites, butterscotch sauce, and whipped cream. That would be the bite. And the ice cream is in a weird, it's in a weird state where it's not particularly flavorful. It just kind of, this is going to sound weird. It tastes less milky and more icy. Like it almost, I don't know, it's in like slush form. But the consistency, even that being said, the consistency is weird. The caramel sauce is nice, but that's about all I can say for that, honestly. All right, should we try something else? Oreo cheese. Everyone has an Oreo cheesecake. Every restaurant on earth has an Oreo cheesecake. This one, the cookies and cream cheesecake, is layered with a chocolate graham cracker crust and whipped cream. It's warm. I don't know if there's anything more off-putting than warm cheesecake. I was about to say, like, you can never go wrong with cookies and cream cheesecake. It's not awful, but there's something off-putting about it. The flavors aren't very strong either. It's just kind of warm. Now the Bombe, chocolate marquis Bombe, rich chocolate mousse with raspberry sauce. This is the no sugar added. It is a nice presentation. On this plate, it looks right for this plate, right? And I just ruined it. Totally destroyed. I mean, for no sugar added, it's nothing wrong with it. It's a no sugar added chocolate pudding essentially, or a mousse this raspberry cream is pretty potent, and there is a raspberry sauce here you can get at too. Hits a spot. I mean, it is what it is, but what it is, it does correctly. You know, it's not gonna rock your world, but it's certainly not bad. Carrot cake. All right. Those two bites could not have been any different. The first bite was the least moist cake I've ever had. It was like, it wasn't stale, it was just so dry that I don't even know how to define it, because it was dry but not stale, just totally dry. There's a richness and a sweetness from the icing, but I wouldn't get this either. I don't think this is very good. Just a very dry. I feel like carrot cake people like a really intense flavor. That's usually a thing, whether it's that sweetness of the icing, or even from the cake itself, that carrot flavor. And I don't think this delivers either. And it's like three blocks of bran. Like someone just made blocked bran and then put icing between it. I don't even know that I taste the lemon, because I was so preoccupied with trying to figure out what was in my mouth. These brown layers. I couldn't even figure, until you said lemon, I didn't even taste it, because I was so, that first bite, I was like, what is happening? Did I just eat an actual sponge? So we were doing well. I think entree and appetite and soup-wise, specifically, we did great. But then, see, we hit the wall eventually, right? But there you go.